Exciting times, guys. Exciting times in the realm of XAUUSD, or my favorite word, gold. Gold yesterday closed past the all-time high, right? So it went past the all-time high yesterday. Today, it's looking like it's going to be moving in the same direction. Don't be that guy that misses out and has to hear the famous line, "What were you doing when gold was hitting the all-time highs?" You don't want to be that guy. So if you don't want to be that guy, this is the time to lock in. So I'll say lock in, listen to what I got to say, right? And then after you've heard it, you can then decide what you're going to do. So with that said, let's do this. Okay, welcome back traders to today's video on XAUUSD gold. We are going to be picking up from where we left off roundabout, but in all fairness, we're looking for new opportunities because I think we've kind of covered everything we needed to say as to what we needed to do in this area over here, right? Everything we needed to do in this area over here, we practically did, right? We practically did. It was boring for a while, but now we've got the move that we're after. Exciting, exciting, exciting. So for those of you that missed it, because chances are if you're coming over to view this, you missed it, right? You missed all of this. You missed all of this. And I've been parked in this area. So I've been parked in this area somewhere for a little while. And I was sitting in this position for a little while. So for holding a CFD, this was a long hold, but most traders aren't used to moving in this kind of way. You need to be in the 24-hour period. You need to be grabbing it here and selling it here and buying it here and selling it there, and this is what makes it exciting. And I'm like, look, bro, like I think it's too much. I think it's too much. If you really want to do this and you want to achieve a better quality of life, you're going to need to slow it all the way down, right? Slow it all the way down. Find the asset that is solid, right? And with everything I talk about on this channel, we learn to catch the dips. That's the key. We catch the dips and we just hold it, right, until it does what it needs to do, right? So for those of you that have been following along, right, that you went with my approach, you're laughing now, and I'm hoping that at this point you can see the logic as to what I was trying to say but wasn't saying it, obviously, right? Because it's not everything that we can put out there, but I am hoping that you're smart enough to read in between the lines as to what we are actually doing when we're trading gold and silver. But obviously we mainly talk about gold because people like gold, but on the back end we do a lot of silver too. Now we locked in at these levels over here. So we locked in here, and I think I'm locked in, and I'm locked in here somewhere. So I'm locked in here and I'm locked in here in these two areas, right? I never bought more here and I never bought more here either. I could have done, but my reason is really straightforward. If you're averaging into position, there's rules that you need to follow, right? For example, you don't overdo it, and you kind of want to do it in a way where if it goes wrong, you're able to jump in. So the trade in this area over here and the trade in this area over here, right? I had another one up here that I had to get rid of because that was in a horrible location. I hadn't noticed that market was in the range when I tapped in, and that was my first deal that I did. So first one, if I kept it would be great now, but obviously we cut it off, right? We cut that off because that did make no sense where that was. The second trade over here, that made a lot of sense, and the third trade over here, that was the best, right? So why didn't I add more in this area? Why didn't I add more in this area? Because say for whatever reason, if my two trades in here went wrong, those two additional trades would have been used down here if market made its way down there, right? Because we understand what it is that we're purchasing, we know what we're getting involved with, and we know we don't really have a lot to worry about in terms of how bad it can get. The only thing is that it can get really bad if we allocate in the wrong order, and that we could not do. So we allocated properly, right? So now it's flying off. We want to see what else it's going to do and how it's going to do it. So with that, I'm just going to bring on the little gizmos here. I'm just going to bring on the little gizmos, right? So first we're going to put on the monthly volume profile, right? Because as you all can tell now, I am super addicted to using the volume profile. It's the best tool ever, in my opinion. Absolute best once you get your head around using this thing. I can't get enough of it. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to bring on kind of trend line here, because that could come in handy. I'm going to add a little little trend line over here. That looks good. We're gonna make this red because depending on how this trend line is broken will determine if we're selling or not. Remember, the keyword is depending on how the trend line is broken. We're going to be looking for sales. So just because market taps into the trend line, it doesn't mean that I need to automatically start selling. I need to make sure that it makes sense, right, before we start doing anything, because the trend line is effective when used properly. It's more of an art than a science, right? It's more of an art and a science. I've just recently come to realize that, and those that know it do very well with the trend lines, and those that don't make a lot of mistakes with the trend line. It's a fine art, this one, right? So now that we've gotten that figured out, as well as my little rant in regards to the trend lines, what I'm gonna do is, because we're on a day right now, so what we're gonna do is we are looking for an opportunity to, so I'm trying to work out which is the best part here, because this is a range, right? So the data here, let's just see how it looks once I add this on. Okay, so when I throw the trend line Fibonacci on, it basically is telling me that gold is practically near the level of exhaustion. So it's coming to the zones where it's going to be doing some type of correction. And we now need to highlight areas where this correction could be. So for that, we're just going to bring on the anchored volume profile. We're going to time it from over here, just covering this range area. And then we're going to see where it makes the most sense for a possible pullback. So we have the Fibonacci on top and we've got the volume profile to the right, and we're looking at areas where it's going to make the most sense for price to come into. Now, as it stands, it looks to me that this is not the part where it does its major correction. It's still got more pushing up to do. So we're just going to let it flow and do its thing. I'm not seeing it getting exhausted yet. I think it's got a lot more pushing up to do. I think it is going to do 4K. And remember, I was saying this last year to you guys, right? I was saying this last year. I was telling you that, look, gold is going to do 4K in 2025, going to do 4K in 2025. And now look, we're heading up to these numbers right now, And so if you're in, you're in. If you're not in and you want to get in now, I don't think it's a good idea. Okay, if you're doing a day trade, fine, right? But if you're in and you really want to make some serious coin, right, something attractive, something respectable, then I think you need to wait for the pullback from 400. You need to wait for it to do the, no, not 400, sorry, 4,000. You need to wait for it to hit the 4,000, do a retracement back down again, and then once it pulls back, to start positioning yourself along that level of the pullback, right? You can start doing that. As it stands now, you could get in, and I mean, there's still some distance to fall, so you could get in, but would I get in? No, I wouldn't, because so long as I'm playing the game with rules and I'm sticking to those rules, things should work in my favor. If I start doing it anyhow, anyway, like just all over the place, just a mess, right? Then things can go wrong. And we don't want that to happen now, do we? We don't want that. So my recommendation would be, can you? Yes. Should you? No. That's my vibe. Can you? Absolutely. Should you? No. Wait for the rules. Wait for market to do a pullback, then tap in. Because look, just go back and watch all the videos that I've been talking about on gold, right? All the videos that I've been talking about it, right? Ever since I locked in on the levels, I haven't stuck anything else in because I'm following the rules. That's the information that I want to impart onto you today. And yeah, so in this game, you want to exercise rules, you want to exercise caution, and you want to make sure that you always have your best foot forward. And with that said, I'll say this. So I will be wrapping up the video now. And what I want you to take away from this video is this. It's never too late to get invested, and it's never too late to learn the game. You want to learn the game because once you know the game, you know the game. End off, right? There are different levels of understanding of the game, but the worst position for you is to not have the awareness that the game is going on to begin with. Luckily for you, you are aware of the game. Do you know why? Because you're on a channel like mine watching, so you're aware of the game. The second part is learning how to play the game. Some of you will figure it out in a couple of hours. No lie, it happens all the time. Some of you, couple of days. Some of you, couple of weeks. Some of you, couple of months. Some of you, couple of years. And some of you, couple couple of decades. That's how it goes. But however, so long as you are aware of the game, you are in a fantastic position in life. It doesn't matter how much you actually have in your pocket. It's the information that's the money. You knowing about the game is the money. Yes, I know some of you, you're looking around, things is looking a bit tight. I get it, right? I really do. But because you know the game, you're not actually in a position of despair. You're in a position of, I need to figure out how to do this, right? And I hope I'm helping you along that path of figuring out how to do this. So if you found the content today useful, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification, and drop us a like. The analysis today was relatively basic because this is more of a celebratory analysis, right? We called a move, we got it right, we're winning because of it. And guys, I will see you all on the next one.